Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my arcade build. Here is the front view, and we'll go through the back in a second here. This is a RecRoomMasters 32-inch cabinet. Unfortunately, RecRoomMasters no longer exists, and I believe it is part of the pandemic, so that is unfortunate. On the back here, you're seeing the very messy cord situation and my PC. I got a Dell Optiplex PC. I bought that as a refurbished PC for under $200, so that was a pretty good bargain. The only thing I had to swap out was the graphics card. Here you see the control layout, 6 buttons for players 1 and 2, 4 buttons for players 3 and 4, and then buttons on the top there for maneuvering the mouse as well. There's a keyboard tray underneath if I need to actually use a keyboard for something. And then I've got the volume adjustment there on the left with that green light you see. And then a subwoofer is hiding underneath the cabinet. If we open up what would be the coin door, it's actually going to be the way that I power on my PC. So that's pretty cool. The monitors that I used, I got a Lenovo for the main monitor. It's just like a 31-inch Lenovo monitor, pretty standard. The Marquee Monitor that you see there with the Mahjong Soul characters on it, that is a Vitrolight monitor, and it is a custom cut 1920 by 360. Here you can see I'm using the trackball to navigate to the arcade. The programs that I use for the arcade are pretty standard. They're Launchbox and Big Box. If you see any of the common arcade builds, those two tend to come up. In the top there, I've got the speakers hiding behind the Marquee Monitor. The speakers are just a Logitech speaker set. I think they were under $50. They got a really good sound to them, and being able to adjust the volume from the keyboard tray is pretty nice. You'll notice that the Marquee Monitor here does a couple of things. First of all, if it can't find one, it just goes black. But if I do have the image, then it will display it in its original resolution, or I should say original aspect ratio. And if it doesn't fill up the entire monitor, then I have some custom code that I wrote that will blur the original image behind it to fill the screen. So that's kind of nice. Here I think you'll see examples of some of these different marquees. So there's Guilty Gear from the Steam library. So I imported my Steam library into this as well to be able to play games. There's one that's full screen. Looks pretty cool. A lot of these videos that you're seeing playing in the background are just fetched from Steam automatically by the program. So that's pretty neat. Didn't have to do any work there. But it gives off a really cool feel while you're selecting the different games. Now, I got a lot of questions about the monitor. I actually lucked into being able to place it into this cabinet because the cabinet was not designed to have a monitor placed inside of it. They actually give you like a plastic insert when you buy the cabinet. And I just decided what the heck, I'll try and measure and get a monitor that's going to fit in there. It barely fits, and there's a piece on the top of the cabinet that holds everything in place. And I was able to just press it down far enough to be able to screw in the top of the cabinet. So I got completely lucky that I just happened to have the right size monitor for that. Probably one of the luckiest things that could have happened in the build. So here you're just seeing various games and their corresponding marquees show up on the screen. I believe the next couple of videos that you're going to be seeing will showcase kind of some gameplay or at least previews of what the different arcade machines would look like if you were playing. Like here we got the Simpsons insert coin screen. So overall, it's a really cool investment. I've been wanting an arcade machine forever, and having put in the kind of research and thought process into what I wanted to make a really solid cabinet, I'm pretty pleased with what I've got here. I didn't go crazy with the LEDs or anything. I don't like arcade buttons that glow. I think that it looks more natural just to have like the old school different colored buttons. So the cabinet that I went with here with the RecRoomMasters one worked out beautifully. So anyway, looking forward to a lot of 4-player gaming. Just need to have some people over. So hopefully we can get some gamers over to the house and play some games. As you see the remaining pictures here, these ones were some of them that I posted to Twitter already. Just want to thank you for watching. I'm going to post all of the build parts for this cabinet everything that I used, I'm going to post it in the description for the video, so you can go and check it out yourself if you're interested. Unfortunately, RecRoomMasters, like I said, is no longer around, and you'll have to find a different shell if you're looking to build one of these cabinets. The good news is there are quite a few companies that are making the arcade cabinets themselves, so they're not as hard to find. Um, so anyway, good luck. Hope you build one. It's pretty cool.